All right, good morning. So many plays, so many big runners. You got to try to be up early. You got to try to trade when these stocks are hitting new highs, when they're on their runs. You know, if you hear me, I'm not in the best of health right now because I'm getting very little sleep. There's 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. runners. There's midday runners. There's afternoon runners. There's after hours runners. You choose your dedication level and you choose, what time periods you want to focus on. But right now, the more you can focus on seeing these plays spike in real time, I really think the better. BTCT, the other day I was buying this heavily 3 times in the fours, okay? And I sold it too soon because it couldn't break 5. And then when it broke 5, it was too quick, and then I didn't want to chase. And now here we are on day 3, and it's just spiking 26, testing yesterday's highs. I don't know what it's going to do exactly. I can just make this video. I don't want to chase it here, but the opportunities are endless right now. Leave that comment underneath this video. It's so important that you understand that. Say, the opportunities are endless right now. I don't even know what to say. I think Jack is a great example. Jack is over 13 million. He's been making 30, 40,000 a day lately. I'll post a link to his Jack Kellogg trading. He's been on fire. This is just the past few weeks, but now he also has something new, which we just launched with another one of my millionaire students, JCP, and it was called the Power Signal Indicator. I'll post a link to that. The Power Signal Indicator is just crushing it. JCP is on fire, and I'm so proud of him. I recently took him to Japan, and for those of you who don't know, this is Jack Kellogg's 7-figure cycles and his power indicator, and it's really cool because JC nailed QUBT in the 270s. I'm just waking up. It's 7 a.m. Eastern. I need sleep. I can only do so much and not get sick, but he nailed it from the 270s. I don't know if JCP is up because he's West Coast. So right now, I guess it's 4 a.m. Eastern. Maybe he's trying to give it time. I don't even know. I'm literally waking up and I wanted to do a video lesson. But he was nailing it yesterday in the after hours in here in the 2s. Pre-market today, it's already hit the 4s. Okay. Jack nailed MVST. MVST spiked from now 35 cents up to $1. This is all in the past day. So I want you to focus on these plays that are surging hugely. QUBT, awesome run up. I'll go over my trades on it too and demotivate you because I'm not nailing it as I should. I'm going to motivate you with like my students and millionaire traders who are nailing this stuff, and then I'm a little bit off. Oh my God. I took my eye off BTCT for, what is this? 3 minutes into this video lesson. It just broke 26, now up to the 28s. This could go to 30 by the time I'm done with this video lesson. Oh my God. I'm really pissed. I wanted to give it time. I thought that it would hesitate at the 26 area. That was the high, and it just keeps going. Wow. Beautiful to see. Beautiful to see. Congrats to all longs. I got to congratulate a few students. Jack, 50K a day lately, up from the 30 to 40K, and now he's, I think, at 13.4 million. He just got over 13 again. Jonas, one of my longtime students, bought BTCT in the 11, sold it at the 22s. Very nice on his chart. Pasha Love, upcoming female student, nailed KIXN for $1 a share, $300. That's how it starts. Okay, so you'll see me congratulate millionaire students. You'll see me congratulate upcoming students. It's just about trying to capitalize on these hot markets and get in the groove and then stay in the groove for as long as possible. Bryce, new millionaire, over $1 million. He's been building his own van lately, but he nailed BTCT from the 5s to the 16s. And again, now BTCT is 27. So in hindsight, I should have been far more aggressive. I need to listen to myself too. I make these videos for you, but I need to make these videos for me too. I need to be more aggressive because the upside is just crazy right now. If you're open-minded and if you're, on the right track. The upside isn't crazy if you're just gambling randomly, if you're just thinking every play is going to go from 4 to 30. That's not exactly how it works. But I do want to show you example after example, whether it's Bryce, whether it's Jonas, whether it's Pasha Love. But I think the best example this week is Chase. He's been my student since 2018. He's been trying to grow his account. I mean, he's already this May, so like what, 7 months ago, he was at around 700,000, and he's like, it's going to happen by the end of the year. And I was like, just take it one trade at a time. And he has just positioned himself perfectly. This was on Monday. He made 250,000 because he was in all these crypto plays. Crypto was beautiful over the weekend. And then it continues. This was when he first crossed over 1 million, which is awesome. But right, he sent this to me right when he did it. It was like at 1.04. And then literally by day's end, it was at 1.152, which is pretty crazy. Like, he's been growing it, but it's all about finding the groove and then staying in the groove. And then he pushes size, mind you. I just did a video interview. We'll post that video soon so you can understand. I think there's some really good lessons there. But even yesterday, like, it's just stupid. It's just stupid. 1.3 million. Okay. Like, it doesn't just happen overnight, but you can really plan. And he was saying, like, what's happening? Like, he doesn't even understand it. And it's awesome. So congrats to Chase. Congrats to Jack. Congrats to JCP. Congrats to everybody who's following along. Going into something a little less motivating is me. I actually had a red day yesterday. With all these opportunities, I bungled it. And I'm making this video because I want to go over my screw-ups and call them out. Hopefully you can learn from them, but also help you understand that it's okay to have red days. It's okay to be off a little bit. I'm running around. I have a crazy schedule. I don't have the time or the luxury right now to just sit in front of a computer from, 4 a.m. to like 6 p.m. Eastern, which is, I think, actually, I normally say you don't have to sit in front of a computer all day, and you shouldn't. I think right now it helps because, as you'll see, I'm not trading the wrong plays. I'm on the right plays, but I'm off a little bit. I'm a little late. I'm definitely feeling a little FOMO, fear of missing out. And then I try to force it because I'm like, okay, this is the play. But because I'm late, I don't have the same setups and I don't have the same odds. And then because I know I'm late, I exit too quickly. And then I don't give myself a chance to really profit from the best plays. So it's so finicky, your mental aspect in trading. And, don't cry for me. It's not the end of the world. I have some losses, but I'm still closing in on 300,000 year to date. And, I think that's the best case scenario where you learn a little, you lose a little, and you build over time. Like if you look at all my trades over time, I'm still not even over 8 million. Some of my students are doing more than that already. That's fine. We're all on our own path. I actually posted that. Like you shouldn't feel guilt. You shouldn't get angry that somebody else is making more money. I want you to get inspired and say, wait a minute, this is what's possible. And, when you see my trades or other people's trades, whether we win or whether we lose, you're trying to get an idea of what the market is doing. And it's not, again, that I'm trading the wrong plays. I'm trading the right plays, but I'm trading them wrong. And that happens. So small red day for me. Really yesterday, this was me missing the ideal times, right? Even right here, like it spiked from 20 to 28 on BTCT. I wake up and I see it at 26 and I don't want to chase it. I woke up right around in here. Or, when I woke up, technically it was like 24s, but I'm just like opening my eyes and I just had some coffee. I set my alarm for 7 a.m. Eastern, which, given that I'm traveling everywhere, like I just needed sleep last night. I was really happy to sleep. I got 6 hours. That's huge for me, sadly. But, it's already up. In hindsight, yeah, like what if I had woken up at 6:30? I probably should, FYI. If you're wondering when to wake up, 7 a.m. Eastern is when a lot of these retail brokers open up, and you'll see 7 a.m. spikers. So that was actually my bad. I should have set my alarm for 6:30, but I really just wanted sleep. But, again, that's my fault. I took sleep and I missed this run up. I don't know, if I would have bought this right here at 7 a.m., I probably would have bought this breakout right here in the 25s. Because, it's tough to just buy randomly at 7 a.m. These things move fast. But, in hindsight, if I had been up, if I had been, the coffee had kicked in, which, this is hypothetical because it didn't. You buy it at 25-ish, and, there's a clear target with yesterday's high of 26.50. So it's either going to, why can I not get, oh, I'm clicking the wrong button, 26.58. So, you know, you buy a little off the high, but if the stock has momentum, with the goal of it testing that high or ideally breaking out. And it tested it and broke out and went to 28.60. So I'm not really great at $20 plus stocks. I'm not great just waking up, but there was an opportunity there. So like I wouldn't suggest just hodling this stuff, but I want you to focus on these plays with specific plans. Had I been up, probably would have had 1,000 shares at like 25 when it broke this little intraday break. I like intraday breakouts and then multi-day breakouts. You see here, the top was 25, 30-ish. So probably would have bought on this candle had I been awake. Let's say 1,000 shares at 25.50 with the goal of it going to 26. What was the high? I want to be very careful here. So buying it at 25.50, call it. Goal of selling it either at 26.58 if it tops, or ideally breaking out, because yesterday, you know, it spiked literally from 8 to 26. So you know this thing can run. You don't want to buy it right at the high of the day because, you know, sometimes it might fail, and then, you know, if it fails at 26, I mean, it might drop from 26 to like 23 in like a minute. So you want to try to be early. You want to try to be on the front side of these run-ups. But had I been awake, 1,000 shares at 25.58, goal of selling at 26.50-ish, making 1,000 if it double tops. But as you can see, you know, when it broke 26.50 right here, it would have been just like literally 2 minutes later. That's how quick this stuff is. But I wouldn't have sold because there's no red candle, like there's no resistance, and it ate through that 26 and went to 28.60. I doubt I would have lasted to 28.60. I probably would have been in 25.50 and out like, probably call it 27-ish, maybe 27.20. Best case scenario, $1,700. But that's my kind of trade, where you have an intraday breakout and a multi-day breakout, and it's the right play. But I missed that. So small red day for me yesterday. So far, no trades as I'm filming this. Also, you guys should be following BT, or listen to this, I'm not even up. You should be following BTCT on Twitter. You should be following Stocks to Trade on Twitter. On November 12th, they actually tweeted this, and I made a mental note of it, and I didn't like pay that much attention. I was like, I don't know. But they highlighted the fact that, you know, you had these 1,000% spikers, and they kept spiking on day 2 and day 3. Stocks to Trade freaking called this. It's pretty crazy. They called this November 12th in the afternoon, and they brought up, you know, other examples. And sure enough, BTCT on November 13th, you know, pre-market 8 to 26. And now even today, now it's getting a little choppy. You know, I wouldn't be long now because, again, it's just come so far. But, you know, props to Stocks to Trade, props to anybody. So many of you, you know, when I'm buying this thing in the 4s, not once, not twice, but thrice, obviously, it was unfortunate the way that it broke 5 and I missed it and then I didn't want to chase it. I have to be more aggressive on these plays, these kinds of plays, because they can run up 1,000, 2,000, 3,000%. And that's the life-changing kind of, you know, knowledge, and eventually life-changing money if you accept it. But this is what it comes down to. I tweeted this. You know, next time you want to give up, look at this picture. This is Jeff Bezos in his crappy Amazon.com offices in the beginning. And it's nighttime and he's just working nonstop. So I don't want you to be slaves to your computer. I want you to go out and live. But at the same time, you got to grind. You know, that's why I make these videos. And the more you study my trades, the more you study the student trades, you get better. Tim Bowen, awesome post, you know, where he's like, he's so excited about America. You know, we have this new government going in. You've got great business people like Elon and Vivek who are theoretically going to be in charge of reining in the government costs, which I think is probably the single best thing that could happen to our country. Because, you know, if you've been following politics and the government, I mean, our spending is just out of control, no matter whether you're Democrat or Republican. I think we can all agree that, like, you know, it's scary how in debt our country is, although we have growth. And I should mention that Japan actually has double the debt that we do, and they have no growth. So it's not as bad as people make it out to be. I mean, we've always been financed with debt, but we do need checks and balances. And with this new government coming in, I think that we're going to have some more checks and balances. And I'm excited. And that's going to lead, or it's already led to, you know, more supernovas, more stock strength, It's amazing. But it doesn't matter how hot the market is if you don't believe in yourself. If you don't put in the time studying this stuff, if you listen to your haters and your doubters, you got to ignore them. You really got to stay determined and study this. I get so many people where they're like, oh, penny stocks are a scam, Tim Sykes is a scam. And I'm like, okay, here's an example. Here's an example. Here's an example. Here's how I nail it sometimes. On BTCT, I was early. Here's how I screw up sometimes, which is this video lesson and some of my recent ones. I'm not a scam. Penny stocks aren't a scam. You're just trying to trade the volatility. And unless you actually see this stuff, especially day in, day out, I understand how outsiders think it's a scam. Like saying BTCT and I'm buying this in the fours, 3 days later, it's 25, 26. What's the catch? What's the scam? There is no catch. There is no scam. The reality is that you just have these awesome supernovas and you have short sellers, right? So like even when I lose, I said, small red day for me, but I say, thank you, shorts, for the opportunity. I'll do better. Okay, it's the short sellers who are creating these squeezes. BTCT doesn't deserve to go up this high, but because you have some momentum buyers and a lot of short sellers who are covering into higher prices, the opportunity is there. The question is, will you capitalize or not? And Bowen understands it. I understand it. Already pre-market today, Cruise Control. Cruise Control is an upcoming millionaire. Okay, Cruise Control just passed 30,000. If you follow Cruise Control, he's also in the challenge chat giving great alerts. But, it was just, how long ago? This was on November 8th. He achieved 30,000. He had a $4,000 week. And, he just passed 10,000 on September 20th. Okay? So I keep telling him, don't get cocky. I tell you guys, when you're on these runs, I told this to Chase too when he crossed over 1 million. I'm like, don't get cocky. But it's pretty amazing how you can grow your account exponentially when you're on the right strategy and the strategy is hot. I said this. I like showing these visuals so that you can understand. I said this to Chase yesterday, where he's just shocked because he was shocked that he made 250,000 in a day. And he was shocked that it keeps going. And I said, hold on, this is important. I said, when a strategy is hot, it's hot and you got to push it. You need to build a framework, a foundation of knowledge to put yourself in a position to get these kinds of crazy growth statistics yourself. Chase, again, student since 2018. Pasha, hardworking student. Cruise Control, hardworking student. JCP, hardworking student. Jack Kellogg, one of my hardest working students. So there's a theme with all these people. They study hard, they work hard, and then they try to put themselves in the right place. And I really think that, you guys should join Jack's 7-figure cycles and now his power trading algo with JCP. I mean, these are the alerts. And it's pretty cool where this was yesterday afternoon, after hours, where QUBT was approaching the power signal indicator. This is Jack Kellogg's new indicator, and JCP is using it and he's showing it, and QUBT in the twos. And I'm going to go into my mistakes in a second. Don't worry, fear not. QUBT, great runner, positive news. This is just 2 days. I missed this run up yesterday. And this is what I'm saying, like all hours of the day, right? So BTCT was pre-market yesterday. QUBT, they had the news. They had the news early, but it didn't really do much. I mean, it was uptrending, but really the breakout happened right here at 1:15 p.m. You might see in previous video lessons, I'm like, don't buy midday. It's choppy. Midday is hot right now. And when I say don't buy midday in the past, that would be normally when like short sellers would use that lesson and they would be like, yeah, don't buy midday. Or, they would like it when people would buy midday, but they would recognize that most midday spikes failed. Now, because there's so many short sellers, midday is hot. And for example, QUBT went from 2 up to 350. This is, I just need to zoom in so you understand why I'm saying like, don't leave your computer and how quick this stuff is. Like the run up starts here at 1 p.m. when it breaks the day high, gets a little choppy, goes from like, 190 to 220, back down to 2. So even if you miss this initial run up, you get like the little support right in here. But then it gets more interesting when it makes a new high again up to 250 and again comes down. Where does it use support? The previous high. This is how simple this stuff can be, okay? Look at this. The former day high right here is 196. It goes up to 228. It comes down to 198, 199. It's using the former high as support. Makes a new high, 250. What does it come down to? 226, the former high. So you got to look for these just simple breakouts where they're making new highs. They consolidate for a bit. You can either get it on the initial breakout or the dip. Initial breakout, dip. Secondary breakout, secondary dip. 4 opportunities to buy. And then, this is when it gets really exciting, when the volume spikes huge and it breaks the high here at 250. This is at 1:45 p.m. yesterday. This is 2:03 p.m. So you have 18 minutes. 18 minutes to ride it from 250 to 350. I missed it. I was not there. I'm looking at it too late, and I dip bought it. This was my dip buy, and I bought it at 214, literally like just too late. And I dip bought some at 285 and then out at 2 and added more in 260. I tried to give it time, and then I got out for like a small gain. But I missed the whole run up, and it was a good exit because it actually went all the way down to 230. But then, this is where Jack's power signal indicator and JCP come in. They're looking at different kinds of things. It's the same stock, okay? But they're looking at it right in here in the 270s. And sure enough, 270s hold and break out. It tops here at 325. But then again, once 325 breaks this morning, if you're up at 4 or 5 a.m. Eastern, you buy the breakout, okay? Yesterday's high, 340. Let me just zoom out so you can understand. Yesterday's high, 340. It closes right at 340-ish, but pre-market, 4 a.m. all the way up until 5 a.m., it's under 340. Then you just buy the breakout. It's so simple, but you have to be up at 5 a.m. Eastern. And the breakout is 350 to 450. Or 350 to 430, so 80 cents a share, really quick, and then you don't want to overstay. But there's so much opportunity on QUBT. I missed it. I wasted it. I had a good trade on KXIN yesterday. Let me highlight that. So many plays. I literally can't even keep up. It's not like I'm doing everything wrong. KXIN was a nice runner, but it was so choppy. So choppy. They had positive NASDAQ news. They regained compliance with the NASDAQ, which is always a good thing. Like, hey, we're not completely trash. We're just really trashy, and at least we can stay listed. That's basically what NASDAQ recompliance is. But I was buying this, pretty well in the low fours and selling it in the high fours right into this spike. I got up early. This was at 7 a.m. Eastern. I missed the initial spike. It had already spiked to the 5s. And I said that. I said dip buying, this giant runner $1 a share off of its highs. So it already went to the 5s, and then I'm dip buying it in here. This was just a fast mover, and I had a small position, but they had the news. It was the volume, and I took it. I'm more proud of, more excited for the potential of this trade. I should say that, right? Like CLDI, earnings winner, spiking all day. They did an offering late day, which wrecked the charts. But, huge run up. And on this one, I was dip buying it. Again, I missed the front side of this move. I missed the breakout over 260 all the way up to 360. That's my bad. The breakout really started at 11 a.m. So just to help you understand, yesterday, BTCT, the biggest run up was pre-market. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Then we had CLDI like 11 a.m. What time was this? 11 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. So this is like 2 hours later after BTCT. Then you had QUBT, and the run up yesterday was like 1 p.m. So again, another 2 hours later. And then, you had a secondary run up after hours in BTCT now also, and then MVST. But long story short, there's plays all the time. QUBT, there was tons of opportunities. CLDI, I missed the front side, and I got on this panic. And this is the beautiful thing. Like, I saw there was opportunity, but I was a little bit off. And I was scared that it spiked from 370 all the way down to 250. I didn't know that it was going to go down to 250. I bought it on the dip off 360 at 320. Terrible entry. absolutely terrible entry, but I see the run up and I'm just trying to get a dip. And this is the problem with just random dip buying. Like I thought that 320, this kind of consolidation zone would hold, and instead it just busted right through. The only thing I did right here was cut losses. But I got back on the horse, and this is where did I? Oh, QUBT is the one where I got back on the horse. Sorry. QUBT is where I didn't want to rebuy it. CLDI was just a bad trade. As you can tell, I'm not even fully awake yet. I need more coffee. But CLDI, I cut it and I was out, and I was pissed because it did go all the way down to 250, so it was good to cut losses. But late day, it went all the way up. So this one's just choppy. But if you look at this spike, retrace, spike, retrace, spike, retrace, spike, and then retrace. But then they did the offering. And in case you didn't know, these companies that do offerings and then the big crash from 350 down to like 250, this is why there's so many shorts. Some people say, Tim, like you see so many supernovas, supernova after supernova, why are there still shorts? Because the shorts aren't wrong. These are fundamentally flawed companies and they will crash when they do offerings. But it's a very risky game that the short sellers play. Because even before the offering, what if you're shorting and you don't have conviction or you don't want to risk it because it's just uptrending and squeezing, you might not be there for the offering. So it's really tough. I don't recommend short selling. QUBT, I totally forgot this. I thought that I traded CLDI twice. I traded QUBT twice. This was me not trying to buy it. And I said it in chat. I'm like, I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy it. But it showed signs of support in the 260s. And this was at 3 p.m. Eastern. This was like right in here. And I got faked out by this little strength and this little sell-off. As it turned out, you know, I didn't know that the low here at 225 would be the ultimate low before it goes all the way to 425. Like this is pretty amazing of a bounce from 3:30 p.m. to 5:20 a.m. this morning. I probably wouldn't have held overnight because, you know, it looked like it might double top at 350. But like, this is an amazing bounce. I bought this dip and I was one dip a little too early. And this is what I'm saying. Some people say, Tim, don't dip buy in the afternoon. You know, it's better to dip buy in the morning. I agree. But every time frame right now is activated. Every single time frame in the market has potential opportunity. So dip buy whenever you can. Try different stuff. I don't mind this trade, even though it was a loss. It cracked support in the VWAP. So I was just out. And I was like, nope, I'm done. And this put me red on the day. And again, I'm not afraid of being red on the day or red on any trade. I want to test different theses, and I want to show you this. Like, again, I'm a little different. You guys are trying to stack your chips. You're trying to grow your account. You're trying to become my next millionaire. I'm already a millionaire. Obviously, I want to stack my chips, but remember, I donate all of this to charity. So it's not in my own, like, oh my God, I'm going to be so rich from trading. That's never going to happen anymore because I donate all my trading profits and I trade small. Obviously, I want to donate more to charity, so it's not like I'm trying to lose money. I'm trying to make more money, but I'm also not afraid of losing. And I know some of you, depending on where you are in your finances, you are afraid of losing, and that can be a good thing. So take what you can from me, but understand that like I'm not trading for the same reasons as you. I want to take good trades, but I'm also sometimes going to overtrade to test a thesis. Sometimes I'll take too small of a position size if I'm traveling too. Like I just add difficulty levels to all my trading. You're probably not as jet lagged as I am trading on weak Wi-Fi like I am. So don't try to trade exactly like me or anybody else for that matter. And I think it's important that I say this. We're trading the same stocks, but on this one, I probably didn't need to do the trade, but I was just curious. I was like, let me try this afternoon dip buy. I feel like it's near support. In the chat room, I was like, I don't need to trade. I don't want to trade. I don't want to trade. But like, it just looked too good. Even on this $300 profit, this was like an hour earlier. I made money, but it actually spiked, right after I sold. Like literally seconds. When I said Z, tired at 279, this was 2:27 p.m. Eastern. So I'm dip buying this, and I'm just not getting that much of a bounce. And then literally like 5 or 10 seconds after I sell, it spikes back over 3, and that's what I wanted. It doesn't look like much in the chart, but in the in the interim, I mean, I had 9,000 shares. this could have been a $2,000, $3,000 profit for me had I just waited a little bit. So with that in mind, knowing that I was right, but I played it too safe, that makes me more aggressive. And then here, when it cracks support and it cracks the VWAP, I'm just not interested. I'm done. So I was right on the day, but it's okay. So many plays, so much opportunity. Just take it one trade at a time. Don't feel bad if you lose. Don't feel bad if you miss anything. You're learning. Every single trade you're learning. And, this might be a drawn out video lesson. Probably should have pounded another coffee before I started this so that I could speak quicker and more to the point. But the point is that I'm trading the right stocks and I'm trying my best, and sometimes it doesn't work out. The good news is, because I cut losses quickly, I'm not risking that much. And even though I'm like zigging when I should zag and zag when I should zig, I'm really only losing a little bit. And you got to keep your eye on the grand prize, okay? Like just 1 year, not even year to date, 310,000. But I'm on a pretty good track. Obviously, closing in on 8 million. I would like to cross 8 million, but I got to do better. And when I'm off like this, I'm going to continue to trade with small size, and I'll continue to be, sniperish, where I won't be too aggressive, because I'm just not in a position mentally, physically, geographically to really crush it right now. And if I could go back in time, I wouldn't be traveling so much right now. I would be, sitting home. I probably don't trade that well. I'd probably find another way to screw it up if I was sitting at home in Miami, but at least I would be there all the time. Like, the more time you're there, the more run-ups you can see. And I don't know what we'll see today. I'll be popping in and out. I don't know if QUBT, right as I say this, QUBT is bouncing a little bit. So we'll see how this acts. I'm watching MVST. We'll see how that acts. CLDI is now dead to me after the financing. BTCT obviously is in play, but it's come very far, very fast. Oh, GXAI is back up. Remember GXAI? That was a runner a few months ago. So I'm just looking for big percent gainers. I'm looking for my patterns, and we're seeing what the market can give us. I'll post links, by the way, to Jack's 7-figure cycles and now his power trading algo. I really think that it's useful, especially now with JCP as his main helper. But congrats to so many of you, whether it's Bryce, whether it's Pasha, whether it's Jonas, whether it's Jack. So many more students. I'm sorry I can't congratulate all of you. Lots of you are nailing for 10, 20, 30, 50, 100%. It's not just these few, but it's awesome. And I'm so proud of all of you. Don't feel bad if you have red days. If you miss, you're too early, you're too late. You're learning. Every single day you're learning. So your knowledge account is growing, even if your brokerage account isn't. And I know that's poor consolation. Consolation? Yeah. But that's the reality right now. You keep learning, and every day we have more opportunities. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you understand. Say, there's so much opportunity right now. I'll see you in chat.